Not welcome in. Give it a few seconds. Yes, I have audio. Good. So, we're doing our flight from Edinburgh to the capital of Iceland and the 787-8 Boeing. I forget which livery I picked. Anyway, it should be, and we're on 2020, and it should be about an hour 35 minutes. I will hold the camera the whole time because in 2020, I can do the co-pilot feature. So, if you guys come in and want to chat, I will be able to read the chats this time. Start flight. Well, okay, the start button wasn't working, so probably because I had to hit A. We tried this the other day with the Dreamliner, and, well, we didn't get off the ground. And it crashed, so hopefully we don't crash today. I mean, the stream doesn't crash. As you hear the little one yiping. My parents are out in the garage doing something, and the dogs are stuck in the house. Hopefully we are not too big for this airport. I mean, it's Edinburgh Airport. We should be able to take off from Edinburgh Airport in a jetliner. But it looks like we're barely on the taxiway here. Looks like I picked the World Traveler. Maybe not. I don't know which one I picked. Anyway, bought me a new airport here on 2020. It got uploaded to 24 and works there as well. It was called Santa Claus Airport. It's up there in Ireland somewhere. It's a fake airport. Fictional one. But I thought it was pretty cool. It's the call letters for it are XMAS, so X-Ray, Mike, Alpha, Sierra. You can purchase it yourself in 2020 and bring it up into 2024. I was trying to buy Santa's Sleigh. It is not in the marketplace for 2020 for Xbox players. Alright, let's get onto the tarmac, and of course avionics aren't going to be working. That's just always my luck. And yeah, I have the objectives on. But I'm going to give it to the co-pilot. I believe I just turned that on. Maybe not. Okay. Let me see if I can set you guys down. Work with me. Okay, there you go. I guess I'll take care of this flight. Let me make sure the autopilot thingy is actually off then. Yeah, it's off. Alright. Brakes are off. I'm having that same problem I had the other day. Why are the engines not working? Are the engines on? Let's see, are my engines on? Press and hold A. That's what I'm doing. Well, I'm gonna do like I did the other day, folks. Again, this is cheating in a way, but I'm not getting it to work. So, we'll do the boost altitude.
119er decimal 875, Betty 8178 Goodbye. Scottish Centre Betty 8178 is at 2,200 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
Now, is co-pilot on? Yes. Folks, hopefully we don't get a game crash, but let me get rid of the objectives. And of course I can't verify. Landing lights, runway lights, taxi lights. Yeah, of course. Sorry guys. I've had that problem before, so I don't know what to do to fix it. I picked high altitude. I set us to go to... The max altitude for this aircraft is 43.1, and I put 43. Live weather, but I've moved the day up so that we see this in the sunlight. Welcome in. We had to do a little jerry-rigging, I guess you call it, to get us off the ground. Hopefully we get to enjoy this flight to the capital of Iceland today. Hey, retired. Are you giving me a raid from Nate? I still have Nate on in the background. Welcome in. Hit that thumbs up. Again, we're just doing a co-pilot flight from Edinburgh to the capital of Iceland. Shouldn't be on here too long. I might get back to watching Nate Wolf here in a little bit. It's nice to see guys from Wolf Air when they drop in. I didn't want to take away from Nate's live stream, but I was just letting him know I wouldn't be in contact with him for a little bit. Just wanted to drop in and give you some love. You got both streams going just like I do, okay? I'm streaming and I'm watching the stream. So... retired. With the phone set up on the side right there, was that a good view? I haven't gotten any live feedback from anybody. It gives me hands-free to do what I need to do, but, in 24 I can't do co-pilot or AI very well. The AI pilot works, but doesn't always, the sim likes to crash quite a bit in, 24, especially in big cities. Yeah, oh, right now it's a bit shaky because I'm holding it. I'm talking about when I have it set up over here. Sorry about that noise. Trying to balance it. That's usually what I do when I want to record and actually play now. It's a lot smaller screen than what I would like, but I can at least see my, I can see my airspeed that way, but I can't see people chatting to me when I do that. Till I pick the phone up. Which is why I rather, do AI piloting. But most of my career missions are going to have to be done with the phone set up over there on live stream, because every time I try to just do a video from my phone, I apparently run out of storage space. I make the whole flight video, and then I realized, I go back and look at it and nothing got recorded. 5 minutes into the flight, my camera's like, nope, you ran out of storage. So, live streams, 30-minute live streams, yeah, it might be short, but at least it's guaranteed that my camera won't quit on me. Yeah, I was surprised I had, when I picked up my phone in my flight earlier today, when I did my, first ferry flight in my career mode, I had 2 people actually watch for the whole 30 minutes. That was pretty cool. But I haven't gotten a community in here yet. Every time I go live, of course, I don't have a schedule, and I just jump on here. And I launched in from the runway. Everything should have been running. My screens aren't on. My engines didn't work, so we had to use the RB, LB up button to gain us altitude. So I could put it into the co-pilot mode. So there are problems I've always had here in 2020. In fact, I've jumped into planes on the runway in 24, and they've had the same issues, and they were not 2020 aircraft I was using, they were 24's aircraft. So I don't know why, but all your systems and stuff should work if you go directly onto a runway. But the other day I went through the checklist here on 2020, and I don't remember what aircraft I was using. Anyway, went through the checklist, and I still didn't have everything working correctly. So the only thing I don't like about 2020 is there's no way of knowing our location in the air, because you don't have an EFB to look at. Ignore the noises in the background. I don't know what my mom's doing out there in the kitchen. Anyway, there is one issue I'm having with 24, and no one's been able to help me figure it out. I go into free flight. I load in my flight that I want to do, my departure and arrival, but I can't figure out how to get it off of VFR. And so, like yesterday, flying with Nate, I was using a, what was I using? Using one of the business jets. I think I was using a Longitude. And I was just stuck at 3,000 feet, and I know I could go above that. But ATC was only giving me like 3,000 to 4,000 feet clearance. Now on 2020, you put in your departure, your arrival, you click under your aircraft, there's the option to do GPS, VOR, low altitude, high altitude, IFR, but I don't know how to get an IFR flight on 24 just yet. We should be hitting the ocean here soon. You haven't loaded 24 yet, so you don't know how to. Well, then you're hearing some of the problems I can't figure out yet. I don't know. I don't. From the free flight screen like we have on 2020, everything's right there on the HUD on the screen. I don't know if you have to use the EFB on 24 to change from VFR to IFR, and like I haven't figured out how to use the EFB to actually load in your flight plan on. I like from free flight, you just pick a your departure, your arrival, pick the altitude you want to go to, and you can just hit fly. On 24, I think you all have to do it all through the EFB, then you have to import it, and then you have to, send it to ATC. I think I know how to do it, I just don't feel like messing with that. I like this system in 2020 a little easier. You like to listen to everyone else who are using 24, educating yourself. Yeah, I really don't like that they changed the control system. In fact, I've got my keyboard plugged in, and on 24, I switched the control layout for the keyboard to be 2020, so I remember the same keyboard commands when I use it. You want to be sure to keep planes when you switch. So, most of my stuff has carried over. There's a few things that haven't, but then again, I haven't tried every aircraft I have. Um, but yeah, I mean, the issues I have here, where you load in on the runway, things don't work right, or you go through the checklist, they don't work right. I have the same issues in 24. The checklist in 24, of course, is on your EFB, and I know how to do stuff, so I'm not a complete noob, but I don't have the patience to sit there and go through the checklist. So I do on 24, you can just do a quick start. And I did that with the other day with a airliner. I hit the quick start feature and, it should have started up my engines, my avionics, but not everything came on correctly. Most of the time you start up the engines, your avionics come on, and all you have to do is put your pitot heat on, your de-icing if you need it, and your lights. But I don't think these games are technically going to get anybody interested in flying in real life, because the training missions aren't very in-depth, and they need to kind of hold your hand for newbies to really know what they're doing. You have the Premium Deluxe. They get 2024 basic and still keep. Yeah, I've got the highest edition on Xbox I could have got for 2020. I think there's maybe about a dozen aircraft right now that are unable to be enabled to work in 24. The one thing I have here on 2020 I don't have in 24 right now is I've got that, what is it called, enhanced, whatever it is, enhanced. It changes some of the stuff at the airports and gives you your landing rating. That is not able to be activated in 24 right now. Oh, well, I guess I'm not getting to Iceland again today. I forgot to hit save before I hit fly. This is what happened the other day. I mean, I having issues with both Both sims like to do this. There's no telling why. I mean, it just quit. It didn't even freeze up or anything. On 24, things usually freeze up. And I have no idea exactly where we were to, like, take 20 minutes off the flight. I don't know if it's the airliner because it didn't load in right. I'm gonna have to set the phone down here in a minute to redo this. That sucks. I've been trying to get this flight done for over a week now. My, capitals to capitals flights are not working very well lately. The one thing I know that the one thing I like about 24 that I don't have in 2020 is, you know, when you use the cursor for AI piloting, the AI pilot will fly helicopters once it has the flight plan and you've taxied and taken off. In 2020, the AI or co-pilot will not fly helicopters for you. But in 24, you have to do your taxiing and takeoffs and landings on your own, whereas in here, I can, you know, do that keyboard command of Control-Alt-X, give it the co-pilot control, and they'll start up and take off, taxi and take off, do the whole flight. Might not be very smooth or good landings, but the computer lands just as well as I do. If I knew when Nate would finish his streams and I still had energy, I would tell him I'm going live so I could get a raid from him, but not a lot of people watch. I think he's got more people that watch on Twitch than YouTube. I think I've seen Busty in here once or twice. Bedrock. Luke. So I've had a few people drop in on a few streams. I think Nate came in and said hi once. Alright, I gotta set it down so I can do this part. Alright, good. Okay, the phone's staying up and not falling over. Oh. Alright, we load the... Okay, load that in, but I gotta change the destination anyway. So I can find it again. That's why I need to change it to daytime. I can't see what I'm doing here at night on the map. That is not the airport I want. That's too tiny. Ah, here's the capital city. I can't even say this word. That's why I didn't attempt to. Alright, so we want this as the arrival. We were 20 minutes in. Let's see if we can find I don't think there's another airport I can take off from with the jumbo jet. Alright. For 4,300. How many zeros is that? There we go. 4,300. High altitude. About 10, almost 11 in the morning. Live weather. If we get another crash, I'm either gonna just give up trying to do this flight altogether, because this would be the third time I've tried to do this flight and the game keeps crashing. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, I kept trying to do my flight from the Isle of Man. Or no, from Cardiff. I did from Cardiff, Wales, and I wanted to go to the London City Airport, and it kept crashing. It's gonna keep crashing again. Huh. I feel silly trying to do live streams and I can't do anything. And I said this was a 2020 I can't change what I'm doing. I mean, I could, but... And then change the title of the stream, but... Retired, have you said anything lately? Oh. Alright, no. It took me a minute to figure out how to pull up the last chat. We're not making it to Iceland. Maybe I just need to make it somewhere else. I don't know what it is. Hey, that loaded in pretty quick. Probably because it's the third time. I really wish I could sit you guys back here on the TV tray behind me, but I don't have a way to make the phone stand up over there. I've got it leaning like this on the in the corner of this dry erase board that's upside down next to the TV to support it. And say hi to Nate, everybody. That's Nate's stream in the background. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. 2020 has been giving me just as many problems as 24 does. In free flight, 24 crashes during career mode, but every time I do a free flight, it can't load in, and I think it's because it's streaming. And I think 2020 now is streaming content in and out, and it's probably that's probably the issue with that. What are you doing, Nate? Looked like he was changing aircraft or something. I don't know what Nate's up to. I don't have his audio on. I didn't want to... that would be double that'd be streaming a streamer, which I don't think. I think there's a copyright thing on that. Alright. Set this phone back down again and figure this out. We're doing some kind of flight towards Iceland today. Alright, there you guys go. Sorry for the little thuds that you might have heard, but setting it up in that corner, as you see, is not easy to balance it. Edinburgh. See, I can't see, I can't see that well to do this. I need daytime. I know where Edinburgh is, but I couldn't see it with it completely dark. Okay, now I need the airport. Edinburgh Castle. Ah, here it is. Okay. Set departure. I'm changing aircraft. We won't make it to Iceland, so I'm gonna have to change to Thailand. I know everybody's probably sick of seeing this plane because we see it all the time in 24 with your career, but it's the only plane that I am confident in knowing how to fly now. So, which one do we want here? Looks like they're all with skis. Do I not have just a regular Skyhawk? I guess not. What livery we gonna pick? Well, livery 1. Okay, so I can go up to 14,000 feet and I can go 640 miles on a full tank of gas. Okay, that's all out of the way. Now, 640 miles. I believe I tested this the other day. Again, why did you switch out of daytime on me? Okay, health. God, this is a pain in the rear end. Ah, here's the... I gotta put this in just because I can't remember what the miles were. I think it froze up again. No, Nate was doing something. He had to reload the game. Maybe he's having problems like me. I can hit fly. But this plane can't go that distance. There we go. Are we gonna load in? This is getting ridiculous.
Edinburgh Tower, Matty 8178 tree at runway 24 ready for departure to the west.
I have all the things on to for engine stress and gas. Well, luckily I can always just add fuel when I need to. Okay, I need weather. Because it's being funny and not loading in the way I keep asking it to. Alright. Okay, flaps are already at 10. Release the brakes. Full throttle. Again, this plane shouldn't be able to make it all the way to the capital of Iceland. But do we have 55 yet? Yeah, okay, we've got the airspeed. Flaps up. Co-pilot's aircraft. At least I hope. Yep, okay, co-pilot is on. Objectives can come off the screen. Oh, man. Well, we're up. Not exactly how I want to do this, and technically, I should have picked a flight or an island to land on in the North Sea before we went to the capital of Iceland, but we'll just have to pay attention here and hope we don't have a problem. I need to... Oh, sorry folks, didn't mean to do that. Fuel selector, is it on both? Yeah, it's on both. That's what I was looking for. Well, welcome in everybody. Got 2 people here. And with one hand, I am trying to make sure we have everything. I can't do this with one hand without putting the phone back down. It doesn't matter. It's just a game. It doesn't matter that I have the lights on correctly or not. Now, can I just get comfy here? We got 2 people watching. I know Retired is in here. He's paying attention to 2 streams, kind of like I am, although I have no idea what Nate is doing or talking about, because I have him muted, obviously. And we got somebody else watching, so thank you. And, I mean, look at it. We've not really flown. We did a little bit of a flight, but I've pretty much wasted 40 minutes just trying to do something here. If I knew I was going to have this many problems, I would have done another live stream of my career and just gotten a flight out of the way. co-pilot's in control, so I don't have to mess with the ATC at all.
Edinburgh approach Manny 8178 is type Cessna Skyhawk 5 miles west of Edinburgh 800 feet. Request flight following. Manny 8178 is for approach. Squawk 2264.
Ooh. I didn't put the altitude height in at 14, so... I think in a Cessna all the way to the capital of Iceland is supposed to be like 3 hours. But at this point, folks, if the game crashes again, that will be the end of this stream. This is what, the 4th time I've restarted the game? 3rd or 4th time now? We got 20 minutes into our flight with the jumbo jet when the game crashed, so... If I knew exactly what city we were over, I would have just, But I don't think there was any small airport further north. I mean, there probably was, but I didn't look. We gotta pay attention to our fuel, though, because if we're getting low, I can either set the phone down and contact ATC to do a nearest airport land, or I can go into weight and balance and fuel up again. Now, if I had another device or another phone, I could leave the phone over there and be holding the phone with watching my own live streams. I can read chat off the phone, but I don't have another device. I was thinking of getting an iPod or iPad, or a notebook or something like that. My brother said the camera on my phone is better than a camera on an iPad would be. But with an iPad, you know, you get one of them cover things where you can move it and you can get it to stand up on its own. Then I wouldn't have a problem of where I put the... The only problem I would have is whether it was angled right. Well, in reality, this plane wouldn't be making this flight, and this plane would not be flying over an ocean at all. In reality, you always want to, in a Cessna, you want to stay close to the shoreline, which we will be for a while. But even if I took us up to the islands in the North Sea, they're further north than Shetland Island, but because they're more they're west, because we want to go towards Iceland. We would have been crossing quite a bit of water. However, on 24 in career mode, I decided one time to start my career down in Hawaii, and you actually start off on Ford's Field in Pearl Harbor, and we were doing quite a few flights across the islands, nowhere close to land if we had an engine failure. Again, welcome in everybody. This is the fourth attempt of doing this flight, third one today. And, you know, hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done it. And I don't know if anybody ever gets notifications from me or not. But hit that notify bell anyway. I haven't posted anything to the community tab in a while when I know I'm doing a live stream. Just because I don't know. I feel like doing a live stream, so I schedule one and get on. Like I said, most of my live streams are going to be my Flight Sim 24 career flights, and they're not going to be... They might last longer than one mission, but, like yesterday's was supposed to be more than one mission, and, it only went 50 minutes because, I was looking for a second flight to do, and I couldn't find what I wanted. But, most of them will be short. But when I hit go live, I'm guaranteed my phone won't go, you have no storage space left. There's the other way. I don't know when my phone ran out of storage because I'm not looking at it, and, I didn't get a full recording. So after my next 24 career flight, the next one's got to be a flight seeing specialization intro flight, and then whatever aircraft are unlocked that I haven't already done flights in, I will locate that and do a flight with it. And then I got to do my rotorcraft training videos, which I pretty much record from the Xbox and then re-record with the phone, because those are usually they're less than 10 minutes, but some of them weren't, especially when I kept screwing up. I'm gonna redo them because maybe I'll get a better score because I've already done those trainings. Or I could just show you that I've completed them and you could see my grades. Kind of like with my CPL. There are some training missions I just could not complete. No matter what Melina kept telling us to do, I couldn't do what she said. I wasn't able to do what she said, or I was having problems trying to do what she said. And so I'm like, after a few attempts, I'm like, okay, forget this. I'm doing the training before I did my CPL certification flight was all about landmark navigation, departures, arrivals. I know how to do that stuff, but I just couldn't do what she was asking to, apparently. So I went through all of them, tried to record all of them. I got maybe 2 done, and then somehow off stream I was able to get a different one done. But I got my CPL, and then I went and did the ferry flight, which would have been a whole lot smoother than it was. Wow, those are some Highlands, aren't they? I knew we were in the Scottish Highlands, but so I have the co-pilot feature on right now. The question is, are they going to gain altitude and get over these? If you guys watched the last time we were on 2020, during our flight to Edinburgh, we didn't make it to Edinburgh. We were on landing, and the plane, the co-pilot, autopilot thingy, you know, didn't adjust for terrain, and we had a wing strike as we were banking to the left to do the pattern entry. But it looks like we climbed over it. We got over it. We didn't crash. I'd rather have a plane crash now ruin the stream versus the sim just quitting. I turned off objectives, yet they popped back up on the screen. Let me see here. Okay, I've found the cursor. Get off the screen. Wish I knew what Nate was up to over there. He's, I don't know where he's at, but he still has terrible looking weather. I don't know if he's still doing FS economy flights or if he's just doing his own thing right now. Retired would be the only one that could tell me what Nate's up to. Got one like, folks. Thank you. I'm routinely getting people coming in and watching. Usually, most of the time I don't know if people are, if anybody's chatted or not when the phone's set off to the side. But I'd like to get that community built up. Maybe get me a moderator or something. Granted, Nate doesn't get a whole lot of us on YouTube either. I think the other day he had about a dozen people, which is the highest I'd seen in a while. That might have been Christmas Day. Or the day, no, it wasn't Christmas Day, he wasn't live that day. We're heading into some nasty weather ourselves, and we're in Scotland. Now, on a full tank of gas, I could go it said 640 range. So, I think capital Iceland was a little more than 700 miles. Maybe 750 miles. So, I most assuredly will have to refuel. And I'll just do the weight and balance refuel thing. Right now, I would be happy if I know we've started flying over the ocean. If the sim crashes after that, at least I know I can pick the most northern airport on Scotland without being near an island to do the next leg. But I've been trying not to do leg trips anymore. I've been trying to I want to do these all in one, and that's why I was picking an airliner. Let's see if I can call ATC for IFR clearance. Nope. Probably because I didn't pick that. You know, I could have done a IFR low altitude. But again, I didn't change the altitude. I just launched into this flight to get you guys and I something to see. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what happened yesterday. Yesterday morning when I did my live, 50 minutes with no audio whatsoever. I must have hit the mute button without knowing it. Right when I went live, because it was muted the whole stream. It looks like we're not gonna make this. Ooh, we're dealing with some turbulence here. Oh, you guys saw that, right? Right, you guys saw it. That was... Man, we must have hit some bad turbulence there. We're just not meant to get out of Scotland today, am I? I don't want to hit restart because it's going to just restart us again. Alrighty. Set you guys down, reprogram this again. At least the sim didn't crash. I know where we need to land. But of course, it keeps going to live time. Well, not really, but... Okay. I want this as our arrival. Why? I don't know why this keeps changing on me. Okay. Edinburgh is right here. I gotta pick it for a second. But we're not departing from Edinburgh. And again, it keeps changing time on me. Stay where I put you. So I can see the map. Okay, I know we crossed some water. But we didn't go far again. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's 730 something miles. course, I can't find what I'm looking for right now. I thought there was an airport up here somewhere. We'll go to EKVGAR. I don't know how to say that. Oh, okay. Arrival. And this is 380 miles. We'll try this one more time, everybody. If not, I'm definitely changing the car to failed flight from Edinburgh to Iceland. But we're not going to Iceland. I think it's called Fugue Islands is where we're going to. The most northern bits of islands to the east of Iceland, southeast of Iceland. Alright. So I don't want those on. We want daytime. Let's fill up the tank. This is why you should probably put on unlimited fuel. It's very useful, and I don't have to keep doing this. Alright. Now see, I guess I didn't have the 172 Garmin either, so. Alright. Full throttle. Release brakes. I really need to get the objectives off of here. Alright, we were taking off again. Flaps up. Co-pilot's aircraft. Let's just make sure. Yep, that's on. Alright. I'm gonna remove objectives off of this list here. There we go. Now it's out of the toolbar. They won't pop up anymore. Oh, golly. Sorry, guys. That probably hurts your ears, too. Oh. No one's watching. Too bad. But I know people that were in earlier. People could come back in. I mean, a little more than an hour, and I really haven't done anything. I mean, I'm not doing anything, but we haven't really gotten anywhere. Each time, I think it's crashed the same distance out on over land. But this time, it was an aircraft crash. but we're not going northwest this time. We're not going over the actual highlands, so hopefully we can make it. We're going pretty much north, straight north. Yeah, so yeah, I do these flights not to fly them. I do these to sit back, relax, let the co-pilot do apparently what they can and cannot do, to interact with you guys when you guys are in here. That I can't interact with you guys if I'm playing. My stream earlier today was only 30 minutes, and 2 people watched that. Like I said, for the whole time. I probably said that earlier. And we've had 2 people come in within this first hour, so got 1 like. I'd be happy right now if I just know we were completely over the water with no land in sight, because then I know exactly where to try to take off from.
Approach Matty 8178 is type Cessna Skyhawk 5 miles northwest of Edinburgh, 800 feet. Request flight following. Matty 8178 Edinburgh approach. Squawk 0572. Easy 3324, you are 18 miles east of Edinburgh. Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Contact Edinburgh Tower on 118.705. Squawk 0572 Matty 8178. Matty 8178 radar contact 6 miles northwest of Edinburgh at 900 feet. Altimeter 29.94. Roger Matty 8178.
I have a feeling, folks, that every time I use airliners on 24 and 2020, we have a lot more problems. Like, either the stream can't, the game can't handle it, or what, and it's not. I mean, I have the same problems when I'm not streaming. So. So I can't say that it's while I'm streaming that airliners don't work. I have the same problem when I'm not streaming and I'm trying to fly with them. So and I don't know why it's so low. Of course, on 2020, even though I filed my flight plan, we don't get the little boxes. And I'm sorry, folks. I'm trying to get comfortable. And I can't, I was trying to rotate this stream, and it's not going to let me rotate it. A full 180. My surge bar keeps getting hung up somewhere. There we go. Now, the only reason I keep doing these is because I said I was gonna do this. I said it a couple days ago, we were gonna do it, so I'm trying to do what I said I was gonna do, instead of just saying, well, I might do this or might do that, which I do in my channel updates. Oh, I might do this, I might do that. Like, I've said I might stream other games. I don't know. I don't know about other streamers. A lot of streamers have better setups than me. They don't have disabilities they're trying to deal with when they're streaming. Or, I mean, that I deal with my disability all the time, but it's more of a hindrance while I'm streaming. I'll put it that way. I enjoy these games, but, and don't take this the wrong way for those of you that are watching. I know Nate loves and has fun with what he's doing. Interacting with everybody, flying. It's more work for me and more of a hassle. And more of a... I enjoy trying to create content, but I don't enjoy it in the same way that other streamers might. Even other streamers that are not getting paid. I'm not making money off of these. I'm just doing them. But, anyway. I think I boxed myself in by saying I gotta do something. Like, my career with 24, I was having fun doing my own career, doing my own thing before I started recording it. Now that I'm recording it, I feel like I can't play off stream without interfering with the way I want to do my videos. And therefore, when I'm not having fun. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. Especially if you have a disability, or you don't have the right setup that works, and you don't have the money, or the space. I mean, I'm crammed in here in this bedroom. There's no way to set up a good, Now, if I didn't have the big TV on the desk, and I was just using the tiny TV, I might be able to have a better setup. But, I can't interact with you guys while holding the phone, unless I'm holding the phone when people are in here chatting. It's just... I don't think a lot of people that are legally blind or have severe visual limitations are doing any type of streaming. I might be one of the very few, and it's not easy. I've got... And then I have other physical problems that don't make this easy. Like I said before, the nerve in my elbow pinches, and, because I gotta hold the phone. And I know you guys can get a view of what's going on when I'm not holding the phone, but holding my phone lets me focus what's on the screen better.
Scottish Center, Matty 8178 tree, 1,800 feet. Matty 8178 Scottish Center altimeter, 29.9, 2 radar contact, continue.
Hopefully we're up high enough this time. Now, I have fuel and all aircraft stress is turned. Unlimited fuel is off. Engine stress, all that is turned on. Or is enabled. So but it's under co-pilot, and co-pilots like to push the aircraft. Like, I have no idea if we're what they've set the mixture to or anything. I don't mess with that. I like flying, but like I said, the tutorials don't handhold you to know how to do every little step, as probably a ground school and flight school would. Well, they're not going to handhold you, but you would have to learn every little thing. I don't know exactly when to use mixture, what percentages to set it to, and all that. In 2020 tutorials, it said that. In 24, the tutorials might say that. I don't know. But the more I learn how to do stuff, then I do it instead of just, and then I can't do good live streams if I'm constantly having to mess with the plane. And if you've watched any of my other streams, or you saw earlier, I get really close to the TV. And, it took me till about a few weeks ago to realize, oh wait, I can do this new setup. Because I was playing on the big screen, but there was no way to set up the camera where you guys could see what was going on, with me being hands-free, without then me physically being in the way of what was on screen. And I'm trying to keep Nate off the screen here. He's not necessarily I'm not doing a collab with him, so I gotta keep him off, keep my other TV off the screen. But, those are issues, like, I don't know. Every time I say I want to, I get it, I start doing streams, and I can do a few. I have problems with just trying to get it to work and all this, and then I start to physically hurt, or I'm not really having fun. Like I said, other people have their rigs and everything set up, and they don't have vision problems, so they can pay attention to chat and do their flying and stuff a lot easier than I can, and it's more work than it's worth. That's the honest God answer there. Truth is, it's more work for me than it needs to be. But I said I was gonna get us to Iceland. We're not going to Iceland, so I guess I gotta do at least one more. I can't even change the title of the stream till afterwards, and I'll change it. I have to change the title of it to Attempted to Fly to Iceland. I think I've already got one called that, but I don't know. What's our airspeed here? What is it? I'm going 122 miles an hour. Now, I mean, if I turned interactions off and just did live and turned chat off and stuff, and I just set the phone down and talked as I was playing, maybe so, but I just don't know. I don't know how to make it so that it's fun for me to do videos while I'm still having fun playing my games. And that might be an issue for other people. I don't know if I'm in the minority and that I don't really, that I enjoy it. I enjoy trying to make content, but I don't enjoy making the content, if that makes any sense. Welcome in to those that keep popping in and out. This is the third time we've taken off from Edinburgh today. We're not going to get to anywhere close to Iceland, but we're going to, I think, Fugue Island, one of the airport. It's southeast of Iceland, and it's northwest of Shetland Island in the North Sea. Hopefully we get that far. It's 300, it will be a 380-mile trip. This plane could have went 640 miles, and all the way to the capital, Iceland, was 740 miles. So I might have been able to make it all the way to the east coast of Iceland before we crossed to the west coast to the capital. But I pretty much cut our trip in half. A little more than half, but hopefully we get there. This time, hopefully, if we have a plane crash or a sim crash, I am near the ocean. That is the whole goal right now, is to please get out over the ocean. That way, if this one fails, I'll know where we're kind of at. More so than with the last crash. I've also tried making things easier on myself and like have stuff pre-recorded and ready to upload, but that eats up storage space on my phone and doesn't work out as well. Or like if I made this again, I would do recordings, my phone would run out of storage space apparently, but I would try making videos that way and then schedule them to go up later. I mean, you can do the same thing with live streams, but I'm like, I'm going live. Why do I don't really want it released later. I want it released as soon as I hit end and it's done processing. That's why, well, my sister-in-law has a SNES over here, and I was gonna hook it up and play some games on it that I wanted to play, because then that's relaxing, that's fun. I don't have to worry about progressing too far on a game that I want to stream my progress of. But the power cable and AV cables weren't over here, so they're at their house, and I gotta wait for them to hopefully bring them over to me. I wanted to play some Mario, Mario's Super Mario Brothers 3 and Super Mario World. It's something your brother bought me for the SNES, but it's a battleship for the SNES. I really need to go and watch a full playthrough of someone playing that. to find out tricks and tips of that one. Just because I find it fun. The only thing about old systems is if you gotta write down a passcode so you don't have to repeat the game from the first level all the time on that one. But, there's glitches, tips, tricks for a lot of the older games. Button configured inputs for cheat codes. We don't have that anymore. There's no cheat codes like we had with PlayStation 2. Even I think the original Xbox had cheat codes. Nowadays, there's not cheat codes. Back in the day when I had my PlayStation 2, I had a Game Shark. It was the only, with the Game Shark, it was the only way I completed Grand Theft Auto 3. Basically with the freeze time feature on missions with time limits. Didn't work quite as well with Vice City, though, with its Game Shark cheat codes. And then in San Andreas, there's a glitch to where one of your missions doesn't work, whether you're using Game Shark or just in-game cheat code, button codes. You got locked out and the mission just wouldn't complete no matter what. Just like, what was it? The first flight we did today with the airliner, and I couldn't get off the ground. I had to use the RB, LB up. They removed that gain altitude feature from 24. As far as I'm aware, it's gone. I don't know if it's something you can remap, but I don't think it's in there at all anymore. But they also removed Copilot or AI, the Copilot feature, so. Oh, you can get a Copilot in a Copilot seat, but unlike here, you can't actually have a pilot. Are we coming up on ocean? I gotta zoom in with it. I think we're finally coming up on the ocean. How long have we been going? Almost an hour and a half, and most of the hour was not doing anything. But I think we finally made it to the northern end of Scotland. So if we have another plane crash or game crash, we'll just be taking off somewhere close to here. But yeah, we're not making it to Iceland today after all. Well, excuse me, I have a frog in my throat there. I know people watch my content after the fact. Hey, I got even views on yesterday's video where I had no audio whatsoever. So, I'm encouraged by the fact that people watch these. I get a few comments, luckily no nasty ones lately. A lot of people watch my channel update videos, which is interesting. Usually those didn't have any views. And they're actually my most watched videos lately. But again, I had quite a few views on videos. And then I went and deleted about 100 videos because I had a new idea in my head to do something different. And then I haven't progressed with that new idea since the last time I did a Train Sim World video. But again, that's because it was not fun. It was getting to be not fun because I was putting pressure on myself to put content out. And what I need to do is probably just set the camera up, hit live, and just do what I want and not worry about continuity of my career or telling you what I'm doing. Again, I'm just talking right now. I don't know. I share these same thoughts in my channel update videos if you guys watch those. Maybe that's why people watch them. I don't get comments on them, but then again, nobody should be commenting on my channel updates. It's just, hey, this is what's going on this week. I have more fun watching Nate Wolf and shadow flying with him on my sim. I have more fun doing that than I do making my own videos. I don't know why. I think it's just because he's got his ideas of what he's doing, and I'm just following his departures and arrivals. I don't actually follow the same flight plan as he does. I don't have access to the same aircraft he does, but I just fly along. I can chat to him while I'm flying, so I can watch his, or listen to his live stream, chat when I want to chat while I'm flying. But I don't fly either. I guess I don't fly because I put it in AI pilot. And 24, you know, I do my takeoffs, I do my landings, I do the taxiing. But once we're in the air and I can give it to the AI, I give it to the AI. In career mode, I do know how to use the autopilot, and it's come in very handy. I should have used it earlier today when I did my ferry flight instead of trying to hand flight the 10 miles. I haven't quite figured out when you can use approach mode. Because approach mode, I don't think you can use approach mode if you're flying into, like, tiny airstrips that are grass strips. So I don't think that works. And then, in specializations, I gotta look more into that and find out what the qualifications are and maybe just do... Because in order to progress that, to unlock certain specializations, you gotta meet some criterias. And I think some of them are like land on grass, so I might have to just pick actual flights that might not even pay much, but just to get those objectives out of the way to unlock these specializations. I like doing the skydiving missions. It takes forever, though, to get up to 10,000 feet. But apparently, you can skip the climb up part. You can skip right to the prepare for your skydivers to jump without losing any bonus points. And then, of course, you just dive. You cut engines to idle, and you dive down, and then you try to level out before you hit the final, or before you hit the pattern, and then you get your flaps ready to go, and then you land. And the faster you can get down without crashing or without overstressing the aircraft, and land smoothly and all that, the more credit you get, I think, in skydiving. I thought we were gonna hit the ocean soon. What's our fuel status at? Yeah, we're still good. But look at that. The co-pilot's got us engines in the the thing barely almost in the red there. ATC has left us alone for a while now. Now this is 2020. I don't know what this looks like in 24, but this still looks beautiful in 2020. Although there are some airports where the textures don't line up right, like upstate New York and Peru, New York, and that near Plattsburgh, New York. There's some airports up there that one of them, like the airport near Peru, New York. If you spawn into that airport, your runway is sunken about 10 to 20 feet into the ground, and there's not a little downslope on the side of the to get down in there. Another airport up in that area, you can't even get to the runway because it's the opposite direction. There's a 20-foot elevation to get to the runway from the taxis and parking spot, and you can't get up there there's no way to climb the hill to get up there. And I wouldn't call it a hill. I'm just saying I don't know what the heck happened. And again, I don't think they don't check every airport elevations properly or something in the game, because that can't be that's not reality, because it's supposed to be all flat surface, not one jacked up and one sunken down, which makes those airports, especially in career mode in 24, makes those airports unusable. So like if you're at Peru and you're doing a career flight, you have to skip taxi and go straight to takeoff. And I don't know if you could even land in it, because you barely have space to get into the ditch where the runway is. At least with the airport where the runway's all elevated on a little mountain thingy that it shouldn't be on, you can skip to take off, you can land, but then you can't land and get to the hold short. You have to skip. I think you would have to skip past the landing, but I don't. In 24, you can't skip past the landing to your parking. So then when that happens, you have to abort the mission. And then you lose out those points. Or you don't lose out the points, but you lose out on the cash when you abort a mission, because it despawns the mission off of the screen and you can't redo it. I do know a workaround for the Peru airport, but it's just silly. And we're about to get through the clouds here. I wonder if it's raining here in Scotland. This is supposed to be live weather. Oh. Nate took a break. He went off the screen. What I like about 24 is, yeah, you can get a co-pilot. in 2020, you're just always deadheading flights. I've added weight. There's added weight in the aircraft, but you don't see anybody. We still have clear skies below us, even though we're flying through nasty weather. What is this coming up? We still have 320 miles to go. The thing though with the smaller aircrafts is I could pick landmarks. On 2020, you can pick out landmarks and you know what they are better because when it follows your flight plan. In 24, when I've picked landmarks, when you have all points of interest turned on, you see everything, and if you don't remember your points of interest you've picked or your airports you're going to fly over on your route, you don't remember. Whereas here, you definitely know because the waypoint markers are there. In 24, I haven't seen my waypoint markers to places I picked for points of interest. Okay, there's an airport behind us. What is that? Oh, that's a town behind us. Something Lodge. Or whatever. Now, I don't know, but you'd think with Copilot feature on, they would turn on our pitot heat and de-icing if we need it, but not sure. Nate's back. On a runway, getting ready to take off from somewhere. Man, I thought northeast or the middle, I don't know, the Tennessee area and all that of the United States is very cloudy and nasty live weather right now that Nate's been flying through, and we flew through it yesterday, but this looks like what we're having for weather over there in the U.S. Scotland, northern Scotland's having the same type of nasty clouds. Let's get in the cockpit. We have these lights on. We don't need these lights on. These don't need to be on. And I can hear rain falling. It's raining here in Scotland today too. As in, we are in the soup. I mean, we can't see anything. I mean, you can see where the sun is, but yeah, we can't see a thing. Maybe a little bit. Maybe you can see the ground a little bit. There's nothing to look at out there right now. We got pretty good lighting here for these steam gauges with the dashboard lights. Again, I got live weather on. I've changed the time of day so that it was morning time, but if I known it was going to look like this, well, we could have just kept it at nighttime, couldn't we? Who wants to fly over the ocean in the dead of dark? I could turn live weather off, but I don't like turning live weather off. I like doing real time and live weather as much as possible. Real time doesn't work when it's pitch black. In fact, this might be Nate's last day flight where he's got good light, because he's getting sundown. So if he does any more flights, he's probably gonna change the time of day. And because we can't pull up a map, we have no idea exactly where we are. This would be IFR. Unfortunately, I did not pick IFR. We're under VFR rules with the co-pilot flying it, which is technically still instrument flight because they're going to follow the flight plan I filed regardless. But you would not be flying this with steam gauges. Don't know if it's going to clear up for us or not. This is nasty. If you guys have ever done the IFR training module on here, or the on 2020, or if you've done your instrument certification in 24 in career, you're flying up near the Shetland Islands, and it looks just like this. And you can barely see the ocean under you when you're like 100 feet above the ocean. And that's how they make you learn instrument flight. They put you in the worst, cloudiest condition ever. But you're on 24, and in here in the training module on 2020, you are using a, I think it's either the 152 or the 172. You use, in career mode on 24, you're using the 172, and it's, of course, you got the G1000. I picked the 172 because I knew how to fly it, but I didn't know which 172 had the Garmin in it. On 2020, it doesn't really tell you. There's no way of knowing until you get in the cockpit. So that is something they at least changed on 24. When you pick your aircraft and then you go to configure, you can make sure you have either steam gauges, default. It gives you your options of what aircraft you can pick from. You can get cargo, amphibious, passenger, G1000. So at least gives you those options. What do we got going on over here? Still have 300 miles to go. East Karachi? East Karachi? Is that what that said? He said this is definitely IFR weather that I shouldn't be flying in with the aircraft I have. And even so, if you're gonna fly this through this weather, I think this is where you definitely would want to know your heading coordinates, and you would be under VOR, heading towards a radial. And you would set your autopilot and all that up. We do kind of have screens in here, don't we? So we're not fully instrument. We do have some navigation screens. So I guess you could still do IFR in this plane. I don't know what the autopilot features are in this plane. In this 172 model. I'm not sure what the capabilities are. Night Wolf is definitely doing a night flight now. Here, we can do a quick view of what Nate's up to. Yep, see how dark it is? He takes his sip of coffee. Again, I have it muted. Just because I wanted to keep my viewer count on him, and then so I know what was going on, but I have no idea what he's actually doing. And I don't know how long this flight was supposed to take when I changed it to 380 miles. We're flying at 122 miles an hour, so I don't know why it's taking so long. For all I know, we're probably in an ice situation. But there's not anything to look at right now. And it is middle of the day. But you can still see the sunlight back there. There might be, well, we're not over the ocean yet because we're still getting interests popping up below us. We've pretty much had a steady one-person viewer count for most of this stream today. Thank you. But I'm starting to get a problem with my elbow. I'm not holding the phone with my right hand, but it's starting to hurt. But I said I wanted us to at least get to over the ocean before I ended this flight today, since we took forever trying to do this flight. Like, I have a lot of ideas, fun ideas for me to make videos, but like I said, it's thinking of things that will be fun and then following through on are definitely two different things. And then thinking of things to do is fun. Doing them isn't. I do have a nav thing I could pull up, but it's not really helpful unless I zoom out, and then when you zoom out, sometimes that's not helpful either. But because I keep seeing things popping up, I know we're nowhere close to water, because there's little name tags popping up in front of us. And I don't know when exactly this is going to clear up. Or if it's going to clear up. There are plenty of games that I could just set the phone down and play. I don't have to really worry about anything. Just talk to you guys and just talk, say what I'm doing, or just talk without holding the phone and chatting with people. But I don't know if the people that watch my videos would. I don't know what they're exactly more interested in. I don't know if I should just. I'm trying to attract videos, and everybody wants to see either Flight Sim 2020 or Flight Sim 2024. I was doing Train Sim World 5, which was getting views, and then I came up with I thought was a better idea, and I should have just left that alone the way it was. I don't know if people would come in and watch if I did Assassin's Creed games, or Dishonored, or Splinter Cell, or Fable. I don't know if I'd get as many views as I get with the Flight Sim and Train Sim stuff. If I did Splinter Cell, there's, that's definitely got to be done with you guys set off to the side and me playing. There's no way I can sit back, relax, and watch Splinter Cell play out. I can't pre-record all that and then put it up on the TV and do the commentary, because Splinter Cell missions definitely take more than 10 minutes. And stringing together, like what I used to do in 2020, when I did my discovery flights or stuff, stringing 10-minute segments together from the Xbox just looks silly when I'm recording it on my phone afterwards. I really wish I knew how far out we were from getting to flying over the ocean. I can't see the ground at all. And look at all these places. These little dots means we're nowhere close to land. I mean, we're nowhere close to being over the ocean. Ooh, for a minute there, I thought it cleared up. Looks like it cleared up there. It's weird. On my phone, I keep trying to zoom in and out. And I keep pulling up the chats that happened already. Definitely nice to see some chat earlier. Don't know if we were getting any more. This is definitely not the weather to be flying through with this aircraft. Oh my god. And like I said, I thought we had bad weather in the U.S. today and yesterday, but if this is live weather in northeast, or not northeast, it's basically just straight north in the Scotland area, northern Scotland, then yeah, this is terrible weather. I think it's breaking up, folks. Hey, we see sunlight ahead of us. Can't see the ground, but it is cleared up. Or clearing up, and we're at 6,000 feet. I could be on. We could have been a little bit higher, but I forgot. I didn't program us to go to 14. So, but we're close to halfway to that ceiling of altitude for this aircraft. And soon we should be completely over water. But we have one more little way marker down, or thing down here. Elnock Lodge. So when I stop seeing those all these little white land markers show up, then I know we're over the ocean. Yeah, we hit our peak for today. We've had 3 people come in. Even though it said 3 for like 10 seconds. That's still good. And then it dropped back down to 1. That's probably you, retired, that's been in here the whole time. Although I did see it drop to 0 for a while. See, that's the thing. I'm also, when I'm live streaming, and I'm kind of obsessed about the view counter, whereas if I'm not holding the phone, then I don't know what's going on. But, I also don't like talking to myself completely. Or think I'm talking to people and then no one's there at all. But people do go back and watch, so. It's gotten awfully dark, hasn't it? But then again, the further north we go, the darker it was going to get no matter what time of day I picked, apparently. Let me go back in the cockpit for a bit. It's quieter in here. Oh, I'm gonna I have no idea what time it is. It's 20 to 7. We get to where I need to go today, and I gotta get something to eat. This seems to be like ticking down a lot slower than I thought it would. But for all I know, we are a lot closer. Because I'm not seeing something counting down. I don't even think we've heard from the tower in a while. Not that this is going to help, but let's see what the nearest airport is. Knucklebane Farm is the closest. Again, that doesn't help me to know where we're at. Has not changed at all. It looks like it went up. And we still have a bunch of little white nameplate thingies waiting to pop up out there. So we're still not near the ocean yet, apparently. But then again, we haven't been able to see exactly where we're going for a while now. Well, this stream today now has passed 2 hours. Ooh, the clouds breaking up? Or are we just going through one layer of clouds to another? In a sea of darkness. I still can't see the ground. These are some thick clouds. Like I said, we should be over the ocean by now. But, well, no wonder we're not we're only going 95 miles an hour. No wonder it's taking a lot longer than I thought it would. I thought we were up at like 120. There we go. I don't want to be zoomed in too much. I just keep coming outside just to know what's going on out here. Again, it's not like we can see anything out here. And I think I'm getting a glare on the TV from the other TV. Are we turning? It's like we were making a bank turn there for a second. We're still good on fuel. Yeah, Nate's got some chart pulled up on the left side of his screen, and that's the reflection we're getting on this TV from the other TV. And of course, the dogs are barking in the background. Yeah, it's really weird. I know it's daytime, but if it wasn't for the sun being up, I wouldn't know what we were up to. And we're starting to fishtail. We got some turbulence up here. So, looks like we're about to get out of one layer and into another. Because we haven't seen blue skies for a while now. The only way I know it's daytime is because of the light reflecting off the clouds. $264. The C says 264.29, and then it's 264.37. So maybe 264.29 is our pattern entry point. See, there's no blue. No blue water, no blue sky anywhere around this. This is some nasty clouds. Is that rain on the screen, or is that... No, that's the pixelation color of this TV. It looked like rain streaming down on it, but not hearing any rain hitting the aircraft when we're in the cockpit. Oh, Nate ended his stream. I thought I was gonna get back to listening to him and before I got done. Did he send a raid my way? That would have been nice. Who's still in here watching? We still are over land, apparently. Oh, of course, because I went to zoom in and look at. But we still have some markers out there. Every time it seems I go to do a flight with you guys, we end up in the worst weather conditions, and there's not much to see. I don't even know if what I popped up now is a live stream or not. No, it's someone I've subscribed to, but what's on the TV now is not live stream. It's just one of the other channels I'm subscribed to. So I guess I need to retitle this the Halfway to Iceland flight. As we're going a little more than halfway, but that's pretty much what we're doing is halfway. I thought I saw some blue sky up there. Is there some broken sky up there? Wherever we're at, we're definitely between layers of clouds somehow. 'Cause you can't see a thing below. Okay, we got one marker way over there. I believe we are over the ocean now. I'd turn off my other TV, but I can't turn that TV off without accidentally turning this TV off. They're both the same kind of TV, and so one remote works for both of them. It looks like rain pelting down or something. Snow? I don't know. It looks weird what's on the screen. Other than those weird wave lines from the TV because of the camera being zoomed in. Maybe that's what it was. Am I still seeing those things now? No. Yes? No? I don't know if I'm still seeing what I thought I'm seeing. So 250 miles. And we're going 80 miles, 80 something an hour. What are we doing? 100, 110? So, God, if that's the case, we still got 2.5 hours? I knew the 172 was slow. Well, we got 2 people watching. 1 like. Well, of course, once I say 2 people are watching, it goes back to 1. Well, I think we sat here long enough, folks. I believe we're over the ocean. I can't see anymore. I'm starting to hurt. Well, folks, thanks for joining in. We didn't quite make it to even our island stopover halfway through. I don't feel like trying to last another hour or 2. That would be like 5 hours just to go 380 miles. It's ridiculous. Again, thanks for tuning in. Those that came in on the live. Remember to always hit that like button. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. And hit that notify bell. Happy flying, folks. Thanks again. Goodbye.